For decades, the Sahel has been seen as a land of hardship, endless deserts stretching as far as the eye can see, cracked soil that tells stories of drought and struggle, relentless heat that saps life and hope. Regions here have long been associated with poverty, instability, and survival against all odds. But today, something extraordinary is unfolding in the heart of West Africa, an unlikely story of transformation. Burkina Faso is turning what was once seen as a curse, the scorching sun, into a source of national strength. What if the very force that once symbolized hardship now becomes the foundation of a new, resilient economy? The paradox of the Sahel's sunlight. Burkina Faso sits beneath one of the most sun-drenched regions on Earth. The Sahel. The sun's rays pour down almost relentlessly, offering a powerful resource. In fact, for most of the year, the country receives more than enough sunlight to meet all its energy needs many times over. In theory, this abundance of sunlight should have made Burkina Faso an energy powerhouse long ago, but reality tells a different story. Despite its vast solar potential, the country remains heavily dependent on imported fuel, foreign technology, and unstable electricity grids. Millions of people live with unreliable electricity. Small businesses struggle to keep the lights on. Hospitals operate with limited power, affecting patient care. Schools cannot fully modernize, and economic growth is held back by these persistent energy shortages. This is the hidden reality of underdevelopment. Without consistent, reliable energy, industrialization stalls. It's not just about turning on the lights, it's about powering a nation's future. Energy isn't just electricity, it's the backbone of economic power. It impacts every aspect of life, from health to education to industry. And for decades, many African nations, including Burkina Faso, have been caught in a cycle. They export raw resources to the world and import finished goods at high costs. The cycle of dependency. This cycle, exporting raw materials like minerals and agricultural products while importing costly finished goods, has kept many African economies trapped. They sell resources cheaply to global markets and buy back industrial products at inflated prices. It's a cycle that limits true economic sovereignty. Burkina Faso understood this long ago. Buying imported solar panels might provide a quick fix, but it doesn't address the root problem: dependency on foreign manufacturing chains, international pricing systems, and geopolitics. This realization has led to a bold new vision, one that aims to break free from dependency. It's about moving from being a consumer to becoming a producer. Instead of waiting for outside companies to supply the future, Burkina Faso is striving to build it from within, building an industrial ecosystem. Led by President Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso is pursuing an ambitious goal: creating Africa's largest localized solar manufacturing hub. But this isn't just about assembling solar panels, it's about creating an integrated industrial ecosystem. The plan involves transforming raw materials like silica, a key ingredient in solar wafers, into finished products. From raw material extraction to industrial processing to the final installation of solar infrastructure, this is a comprehensive approach to industrial sovereignty. This vision requires infrastructure, skilled labor, technical expertise, and long-term investment. It's a complex challenge, especially in a global landscape dominated by Asian giants like China and India, who currently control most of the solar manufacturing industry. Why would Burkina Faso attempt such a formidable task? Because it recognizes a crucial geopolitical truth. Those who control energy technology hold strategic leverage. Countries that dominate these industries possess significant economic power on the global stage. Why this matters geopolitically? Control over energy technology isn't just about economics, it's about geopolitics. Countries that lead in solar manufacturing can influence energy prices, supply chains, and even international diplomacy. Burkina Faso's push towards industrial autonomy challenges the traditional development model, one where African nations export raw resources and import finished products. It sends a bold message: Africa can design and build its own industrial future. This isn't just about energy, it's about creating jobs, fostering innovation, and building confidence that African nations can lead their own development pathways. It's a mental shift, believing in Africa's capacity to produce, innovate, and control its destiny. Overcoming challenges. Of course, the path to industrial self-reliance is fraught with challenges. Building manufacturing infrastructure requires enormous capital, stable governance, and technical knowledge. Developing supply chains and transportation networks takes time and resources. Some skeptics argue that importing cheaper solar panels might be more practical in the short term. They warn that Burkina Faso's ambitions could be too risky, costly, complex, and vulnerable to geopolitical pressures. But supporters believe that dependency on foreign imports is a long-term risk, one that leaves nations vulnerable to price shocks, supply disruptions, and external influence. They argue that investing in local industry is about resilience and sovereignty. Choosing the harder path, building from within, may be costly now, but it could secure a brighter, more autonomous future for Burkina Faso and beyond. Socioeconomic impact. The benefits extend far beyond energy production. A localized solar manufacturing hub could revolutionize rural communities, expanding electricity access into remote areas, powering schools, clinics, and small businesses. Reliable, affordable energy can boost agricultural productivity, improve healthcare, and enable education. Imagine farmers using solar-powered irrigation, students studying at night, small entrepreneurs expanding their businesses, all powered by domestically produced energy infrastructure. This economic ripple effect can lift entire communities out of poverty, creating a new cycle of growth and opportunity. And as industries grow, so does the potential for young, skilled workers to find meaningful employment at home, reducing brain drain and fostering local innovation. Environmental and global impact. Renewable energy offers a cleaner, sustainable alternative to fossil fuels, reducing emissions and combating climate change. But industrial manufacturing must also be environmentally responsible. Balancing industrial growth with environmental stewardship will be a key challenge. But the long-term benefits, clean energy, reduced dependency on imported fuels, are profound. As the world transitions to green energy, Africa's potential to produce its own solar technology could become a cornerstone of global sustainability efforts. The future of Africa's industrial awakening. Burkina Faso's bold endeavour raises a critical question. Could this spark a continent-wide industrial awakening, or will intense international pressures keep smaller nations dependent? Success will depend on political stability, investment, infrastructure, and global market dynamics. But the message is clear. Africa is no longer just a continent of resources, it's an emerging industrial power. The sunlight pouring across the Sahel every day might become more than just a power source. It could symbolize sovereignty, control over Africa's energy future, its industrial destiny, and its place in the global economy. The question we must ask is, if Burkina Faso succeeds, will this trigger a broader African industrial renaissance? Or will external pressures and global forces limit the dream of true energy independence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Should African nations focus on building local industries, even if it takes longer and costs more initially? Or is reliance on global imports still the smarter, more practical path?